Hello and welcome. I'm Melanie Wong, a UK immigration lawyer with over 20 years' experience in UK immigration law. I created this channel to provide educational information involving UK immigration law. The information contained in my videos is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for legal advice. In today's video, I will be answering the question, what are the requirements for a fiancé visa? Before I answer that question, I'd like to firstly point out that most people know it or refer to it as the fiancé visa. But this can also include those who are applying to become civil partners in the UK, i.e. proposed civil partners. So to keep things simple, I will refer to it as the fiancé visa, but everything also applies to the proposed civil partner visa. So the requirements for the fiancé visa are found in Appendix FM of the immigration rules. Appendix FM set out the rules and requirements relevant to those who are applying as a partner in order to join their partners in the UK permanently or on a long-term basis. One of the requirements for the fiancé visa is that the foreigner is a non-British citizen who is applying from outside the UK. The applicant must not already have settled status or indefinite leave to remain or indefinite leave to enter status, or they must not already have the right of abode in the UK. Their partner must be a British citizen or an EU citizen with a pre-settled or settled status in the UK, or a foreign national with settled status or a refugee status or humanitarian protection status in the UK. If their partner is not any of these, then they cannot apply for a UK fiancé visa. Another requirement is the suitability test requirement, which pertains to the applicant's character and immigration history in the UK and elsewhere. It's important to note that if the suitability test requirement is not met, but the other requirements for the fiancé visa are met, then unfortunately, the application has a high chance of being refused. If you are worried about this requirement, for instance because the applicant had a previously bad immigration history in the UK, then you must seek legal advice before starting your application. Doing so may just save you time, stress, and money in the long run. Aside from the suitability test requirement, the other requirements are the eligibility requirements, and these include the English language test requirement, the relationship test requirement, the financial requirement, the accommodation requirement, and the tuberculosis test or TB test requirement. All of these requirements must be met in order for the application to be successful. The main way to prove that the requirements have been met are through the supporting documents that the applicant and their partner must submit with their application. The supporting documentation must therefore be relevant to the application and the applicant and their partner's circumstances, and they must also be specific documents, i.e. they must comply with Appendix FM SE in brackets specific evidence of the immigration rules. For now, I will talk about each of these requirements in general. For the English language requirement, there are exceptions which include those who are aged below 18 years old or aged 65 and over, and who are not required to meet this requirement, and also those who are citizens of countries where most of the citizens speak English. The Home Office has a list of these countries. For the TB test requirement, the Home Office has also issued a list of countries whose citizens or residents are required to obtain a TB test certificate from a Home Office approved clinic or hospital before they apply for their fiancé visa. For the relationship test requirement, the main factor here is that the couple must have met in person before the application is submitted. Photographic evidence of this must be submitted, as well as flight itineraries to prove when the couple saw each other in person. For the accommodation requirement, it is the sponsor who is required to meet this. the sponsor must show that they will have adequate accommodation in the UK for themselves and the applicant. Adequate means that there will be sufficient or enough rooms for all occupants in the property without the risk of overcrowding. What this means for the sponsors and applicants who currently live outside the UK and who are relocating to the UK is that they must have an accommodation in the UK that would be readily available for them before the application is submitted. Next is a big one, which is the financial requirement. So for the financial requirement, usually it is the sponsor who is required to meet this, particularly if they wish to rely on the sponsor's employment income in order to meet this requirement. There is a minimum income threshold for the financial requirement, and this is £29,000 gross per annum. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, I have put together a free guide on the Fiancé visa, which you can download completely free by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you for watching.